All right, so this is part three. And what we're going to do today is we're going to install motor mounts, things that hold motors over these holes. All right. So, first thing that I want to do is um, actually, the holes look really big. And how do I tell how big they are? And if you look at my mouse, if I hover my mouse over this outline of this circle, this hole, I could click on it. And down here, it'll tell me how big the hole is. So that says 5 millimeters. All right. What I want to do is quickly change the size of the hole. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here to my timeline, and if you look, see how there's nothing here now. If I click on this hole, it'll kind of highlight what operation in your timeline this is referring to. So I know this is the hole that I made, and I know it because it's the same icon as this. All right. I'm going to right click on it. I'm going to do edit feature. And it's kind of rewind and take us back to when we made the first hole. Edit feature. Everything kind of disappears. And now I could change the hole size. I'm going to change this to 4. Yeah, change this to 4. Actually, I'm going to change it to 4.3. All right. Now I do OK. And now all these holes, even the ones that I mirrored, are 4.3. All right. So, first thing I want to do after that, also the second thing, is trying to fix the shape of this. I want the wedge to be a little more slanted. All right, so I'm gonna create a sketch again. Remember, it's all about sketches. Click on I change my view to the right side of the bot. All right, I'm gonna click here because that's where I want to draw. And Ruby. Sorry, my dog licked my hand. I'm going to do a line starting from the upper corner. I'm gonna move over. Let's see, move over about 30 millimeters. I'm typing 30. Okay, and make sure it locks on that top plane. All right, and I want a line collecting. Back up. Want a line connecting this to the point. Hey, back. Back. All right, want a line collecting, connecting this to the point. All right, so I'm going to click here, and I want a line right there to the point. Okay. Now I hit finish sketch because I'm done. And what I want to do is I actually want to get rid of everything here. All right. So I'm gonna hit E for extrude. Remember that means to make something from 2-dimensional to 3-dimensional to make it bigger. So I hit extrude, and it's saying, hey, what do I want to extrude? It's saying profiles, select. I'm gonna select this. Now, before when you extruded, you made something bigger. But what extrude also does is that it can remove. Actually, look at this. You see the operation at the bottom, it says join. Watch, if I go the other way, it changes to cut. Join, cut. All right, now it's cutting through any material here. So I have two options. I could kind of just go through myself and go to the end and check if it got rid of everything. Okay. I could click here. Oh my goodness, did not mean to do that. Undo everything. So now you saw that I just hit the X next to the things I selected. I'm gonna do that one more time. All right. Now instead of figuring out how much I want to do, again, I could go down here to direction. I'm sorry, to distance, change this to to object. Like, where do I want to cut it to? I'm going to go to the other side of the bot. I'm just going to click because I want to go all the way over here. And it automatically clicks here, 152.4. All right. And then I'm going to hit OK. What this allows you to do is if I ever change the size of this box, it'll still go to the end of it. So if I make it smaller or if I make it larger, this operation would still go to the end of this side right here. So I made OK. And now I have this open wedge face. All right. Now real quick, let's insert some motor mounts. All right. So there's a file folder for you guys. It's called, well, first I'm going to go to the data panel up here in the top left. All right. I click on it and I'm in some folder and you can't see any other folder. So if I click home here in the data panel, it brings me back to my main menu. I'm a teacher, so I kind of see everyone's work, right? But there should be something that you see called robot parts, right? And I want you to actually click on a thing that says pin next to it, so it's always at the top of yours, right? And actually pin your folder too, so it's always at the top. Anyway, so I double click on it to get in here, and if you look in here, there's a bunch of robot parts for you guys to use that I've kind of collected over the years, or made over the years, all right? Now, we are going to look for a motor mount, and it's right here, 22 millimeter motor mount. That's what we're going to use. So I'm just going to double click on it. Oh, I'm an idiot. Don't double click on it. What? That opens it in a new tab. I'm actually, where did it go? Okay. I'm going to right click on it and do insert into current design. And it's going to put it in the design that I'm currently in. All right. Boom. And I can close this data panel because I don't need it anymore. All right, so here's the motor mount. Now, we're not going to put in a motor mount like this. We need to line up these two holes with these two holes. So I got to stand this up straight. All right, so you see these arrows? This allows me to control the thing that I just put in there. So I can move it left to right, up and down, front to back. All right, but these circles here allow me to rotate it on an axis. So I want to stand this up and face it forward. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one, I'm going to drag it down. And I can't even see it, but guess what? I know I need to rotate it 90 degrees so it stands up. So you see the degrees here? I'm just going to go to 90 even though I can't see it. All right, and I'm going to raise this up so I can see it. I'm kind of changing my view a little bit. Okay. Now, I want to turn this around so it's facing me. I want this little screw hole right here in the front. I'm going to rotate this up again 90 degrees. All right. Move it so you could see it. If I got to change the view to see these arrows better, that's fine. It's okay. So I'll move this a little forward. All right. Now, how do we line up the holes with the holes in the model? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this out. Oops. I'm going to move this out the design. Okay. Because I want to be able to see the bottom of it clearly. All right. Now, this one is called free move. Look at my mouse. This is what's called a free move, moving it with arrows and all this stuff. But you could actually do something called point to point. So if I click on this, this allows me to move something to another place based on a point that I select. So I want to move it based on this bottom point. So I'm going to move the view cube so I could see the bottom of this. All right. Now, if you look at my mouse, and whenever I move on a face, it's bringing up these like points. All right. But I want to move it based on this point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hover the mouse over this area, hold down Control on my keyboard. And now, no matter where I move my mouse, it's not going to change. If I let go of Control, it changes, right? Which kind of get tricky. So hold down the mouse over this, Control, and click on the center of this hole, this little plus sign right here. All right. So I selected the origin point. Now I want to go to the target where I want it to move. It's asking me to select that now. So that's the front of the motor mount. I'm clicking on the mouse wheel and then dragging. Let me zoom out a little bit. I want to move the front hole of the motor mount over here. Again, I'm going to hover over this face, hold down Control, and this is the point that I want. All right, I'm going to zoom in just to make sure I got the right spot, and click, and now it's moved. Okay? And then I'm just hit OK. And now, to double check, you can kind of even look through the bottom of the bot to see that the holes line up, and they do.